It had to happen at one point today.
For recording.
What's up, YouTube?
This guy.
So I guess we're doing a profile on my Fairy Circle deck.
I guess we are.
I guess it seems like it. Alright, so 3 Alchemists. Basically the heart of the deck.
I don't know how this deck works, so you have to...
I can explain it to you. Basically the deck's about control and always have like 6 cards in hand, looping Honest and all your monsters around, so you never run out of monsters and stuff. So you always have advantage the entire duel.
Card advantage, good strategy.
Yeah. 3 Cyber Dragons. 3 Thunder King. It's a light deck, mostly fairies. 2 Honest. 2 DD Warrior Lady. DD Warriors are really good so I get early game Alchemist live, but I never like summon Alchemist without a card removed, because that's like asking for trouble.
You can remove their Dark Soul. They don't even get to search.
I know, this card won me a bunch of duels today. 2 Angels for searching out Honest, DD Warrior Lady, Alchemist, etc., etc. 1 Gillen Duo. For those who don't know what this card does, because no one knows what this card does.
I know what it does.
Okay, most people don't. Everyone when I set this thing, they're like, what does that do? It's basically, it can't die by battle, but if I take any battle damage, it automatically dies. And it's a 2-chip for a light fairy.
And you can tribute it for Light and Darkness Dragon. Just it. If your opponent doesn't know what it does.
Yeah, if your opponent's dumb.
If they don't read it like too carefully.
If they don't read fairy, they might yeah. But it's basically free Christia and Reaper. It's also 1700 attack to crash into like Bora, Lila.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Did you ever do that?
I did it all day.
Is it Bora?
Like I was like crash Bora. I was like, okay, you died. Then I was locking people with Mole.
Yeah.
Christia, of course. 1 Christia, you draw too much. 1 Desire. The dark end of the deck. It's if you trip up a fairy, you can decrease attack by 1,000 to.
Only 1,000. It seems like a pretty good deal.
Yeah, it's a 3K 1 tribute if you use a fairy. Decrease by 1,000, send them monster away. 1 Soul Impurity. Most people run 2 in this kind of build. I run 1 because
More consistent.
it's more consistent. It's like I don't always need to remove. Like I don't always have too many fairies. I rarely ever do. 1 Herald of Orange Light. Again, everyone's yelling at me to run 2.
They never see it coming.
Yeah, they never saw it coming. It won me like 3 matches in the later rounds. Like
You don't run Veiler? Called it.
This card right here? Yeah, I do about 1 Veiler or 1 Orange Light because I think it's more consistent. Like I don't always have fairies in my hand.
No, I know what you mean. Veiler does not. Like orange destroys it, so it's good.
Sangan. And Gores, and my favorite card in the deck, Grandmole.
Neospatian Grand Mole.
Neospatian Grandmole.
It's not even a Neospatian deck. You just decide to run it.
I teched it in because of the whole, I can have a Galen Duo lock with it, and the Cyber Dragon lock if I go second. And this card beats Scraps by itself. I beat 2 Scrap decks 2-0 because of this card. I started with this card actually.
2 crap decks.
2 crap decks. 2 complete crap decks were beaten by Grandmole by itself. Alright, that's the monsters. Spells, 2 dualities.
Nice.
I like 2, more consistent. I don't like drawing multiples open hand. 2 Book of Moons. Monster Born, Dark Hole, and Gold Sark to search out my boss monsters. And
Searches out any card in the deck actually
yeah.
in 2 turns.
Well, mostly boss monster. Like searching out. Also, if I open up just my Alchemist, I want a monster removed just so I like get something out of it. You know?
Might as well.
It's just something.
Might as well go for it.
2 Warnings, 2 Bottomless, 2 Prison, Mirror Force, Torrential, Solid. Standard lineup for traps to control the pace.
Pretty cool deck, dude. How'd you end up doing?
I went X3. Lost to an X-Saber who drew the nuts game 3, who proceeded to lose the next 3 rounds.
X-Saber players always draw the nuts.
No, not always.
They're just fiends.
And then then I lost to Black Wings in time. I had like
They counter fairies.
I had so much advantage on them. Like this kid, I just saw him warning his Dark Arm. He attacked me direct. I dropped Gores. They called time. I had like Gores and like 6 cards in hand, and they called time. And he just stalled out with Book of Moons. That's how I lost to that deck. And then I lost to Roy St. Clair in like a really sick match. Like it should have been a feature match. How good that was. Like game 1 he beat me. Game 2 I wrecked his face with Grandmole and Thunder King. Game 3 was kind of just back and forth, and he eventually drew his out, which was one of his 3 trap stuns left in the deck.
All right, YouTube. So now you've seen the deck. You know it's bad matchups. Roy St. Clair, Black Wings in time, and Sabers. Subscribe to this guy, Kid Flash 91.
Yeah,
right?
KIDD Flash 91.
I'll put a link somewhere around down up.
Wherever it goes.
But subscribe to me, subscribe to him.
Yep.
Guess that'll be the end of the video. Good video. Good deck.